We thought of making a whole new character for Portal 2, but we didn't want to lose the relationship between Gladys and Chill that began in Portal 1. Once we decided to stay with Chill, we wanted to improve her look, updating her leg springs and jumpsuit to have a more functional design. At the same time, we didn't want players to not recognize her, so we kept a lot of the iconic elements like the color orange. She has folded down her jumpsuit to show she has essentially rolled up her sleeves and shed some of the aperture label. She is awake again to test, but stronger and more determined than ever.
All lethal military androids have been taught to read and provided with one copy of the Laws of Robotics to share.
And we are back, finally. A little exclamation here to explain myself. First episode went well. I had everything going great, but my camera was a little too far in, and it cut off most of the screen, kind of. But you couldn't really tell because I didn't have the gun yet, but it cut off most of the screen, so I had to change up a few things with that. Secondly, this second part that's happening right now, I had another one. I had one, but I had to redo it because there's one part where my camera falls over and it fell over, so I had to resituate it, and it took like 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds, but still, I thought that I could not have that up with that kind of, with that interruption, and I just feel like that is, I mean, I was really thinking about just having it, just uploading it like it was, but I decided that, I'm not gonna have it up like that, because, I don't know, it's just a little stupid to have it up or whatever, and it doesn't take long to record. It just, the only problem is actually putting up the video, so, and, yeah, I think that's it.
If you feel that a lethal military android has not respected your rights as detailed in the Laws of Robotics, please note it on your self-reporting form. A future Aperture Science Entitlement Associate will initiate the appropriate grievance filing paperwork.
Oh yeah, and one other thing, when people are talking, and there's gonna be a lot of people talking, don't worry, a lot of people, but when people aren't talking, I'm gonna try my best not to interrupt, because I can barely have my voice over voices on my in-game, so I probably won't hear my voice a lot, but I still will talk. Don't worry, I still will. And here we are. We're starting my Portal 2 Dev Diary walkthrough. Developer commentary walkthrough with commentary in it. So, and my third part, which is already recorded, will be a little different because I'm not going to explain it. It's old.
This next test is very dangerous. To help you remain tranquil in the face of almost certain death, smooth jazz will be deployed in 3, 2, 1.
Is there anything else I need to explain? The commentary, the developer commentary, these little nodes probably will take more time than actually playing the game. But still, I mean, I beat the game a lot of times, and I just feel that it'll be much more better. And everybody, I mean, I still haven't seen a walkthrough with the developer commentary, but yeah, I just thought it was pretty original, and nobody's done it yet, so what the hell.
Great work. Because this message is pre-recorded, any observations related to your performance are speculation on our part. Please disregard any undeserved compliments.
Starting out in the ruins of the test chambers from the first Portal was our goal pretty much from day one. We wanted to give players a sense of nostalgia for what they had played, but also make it very clear that things had changed. Not only in a fictional sense, but in a graphical one as well. We needed to bridge the gap between the first game's simpler art assets and the much more complex look of Portal 2.
I also explained in my last episode that there should be more dev commentaries. I probably explained it last minute on the other episode.
If the Enrichment Center is currently being bombarded with fireballs, meteorites, or other objects from space, please avoid unsheltered testing areas wherever a lack of shelter from space debris does not appear to be a deliberate part of the test.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. There seem to be a little more elaborate dev diaries in the other Portal game, because I don't know. It just had. I mean, come on. There was developer commentaries with the Valve team. They had the actors doing them too, so I just thought that they could have actually done better with that. I don't know.
Well done. The Enrichment Center reminds you that although circumstances may appear bleak, you are not alone. All Aperture Science personality constructs will remain functional in apocalyptic, low-power environments of as few as 1.1 volts.
Burp. I just burped.
This next test applies the principles of momentum to movement through portals. If the laws of physics no longer apply in the future, God help you.
Oh yeah. I also will be doing. I already got all the achievements on here, but I will go through all the single player achievements and how easy they are to get them. So I'll go through them while I'm doing it. So I might as well give you some achievements too while I'm doing this. Okay. Come on, jump more. There we go.
If you are a non-employee who has discovered this facility amid the ruins of civilization, welcome. And remember, testing is the future, and the future starts with you.
Much of the fun in Portal is based on the joy of the aha moment when you learn something new. The game needs a very specific pacing to ensure these moments. If things are too easy, then you're robbed of that moment since it feels like you didn't accomplish anything. If it's too hard, then players feel stupid instead of smart when they finally realize that one small part of the puzzle that they were missing. Unfortunately, trying to create that delicate balance leads to a lot of shuffling of levels and a lot of revisions and tweaks to existing levels. When we started the project, making any big structural change in a level, or the order of levels, would lead to hours or even days of busy work, trying to reconnect things and make sure they lined up again. If we ever wanted to ship something the size of Portal, with the finely tuned balance we desired, then we needed a way to be able to make the big changes to the layout of the game, without paying the cost of making everything line up again. We needed a way to bend space. We needed to think with portals. Using portals to connect different areas in the world, we could make any type of impossible space work out. You could look through a hallway into the next room, but the hallway might be on the other side of the map, and the room you were looking into might be in a completely different orientation. We could seamlessly insert an elevator, a huge expansive vista, a room that was bigger on the inside than the outside, or even create an infinite fall by connecting a shaft back into itself. Soon every connection between any space was a portal. We could even switch them on the fly. Even a simple door worked like the cartoons, just a facade painted on a wall that seamlessly opened somewhere else entirely. Once the game settled down, we were able to finalize our path and remove all the world portals. There's only one impossible space left in the whole game. See if you can figure out where it is.
Oh yeah, I still haven't figured out that. Don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Good work getting this far, future starter. That said, if you are simple-minded, old, or irradiated in such a way that the future should not start with you, please return to your primitive tribe and send back someone better qualified for testing.
Everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. I also wait for the dev diary to for the dev.
To ensure that sufficient power remains for core testing protocols, all safety devices have been disabled. The Enrichment Center respects your right to have questions or concerns about this policy.
I will also let the developer commentary notes to I'll let them finish before I continue, because there's probably going to be some dialogue you'll want to hear. So that's why I stayed there.
Aye, I'm up here. Oh, brilliant! You did find a portal gun. Oh, do you know what? It just goes to show, people with brain damage are the real heroes in the end, aren't they, at the end of the day? Brave. Come on through.
This interaction with Wheatley was the first that we hooked up for our initial showing at E3. It demonstrated how Wheatley would be an actor in the world, and how the player would not only be interacting with him directly, but also using him to interact with the Aperture facility.
Okay, listen, let me lay something on you here. It's pretty heavy. They told me never, never, ever to disengage myself from my management rail or I would die. But we're out of options here. So get ready to catch me, all right, on the off chance that I'm not dead the moment I pop off this thing.
All right, sounds good.
On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's high. It's too high, isn't it, really, that? All right, going on 3 just gives you too much time to think about it. Let's go on 1 this time. Okay, ready? 1. Catch me, catch... Ow! Ow. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I can't move then. That's the problem now. Are you still there? Could you pick me up, do you think? Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Great. Plug me into that stick on the wall over there, yeah? And I'll show you something. You'll be impressed.
The Wheatley model was designed as a mechanical version of the original Portal 1 personality sphere. Originally, they filled a very similar role to that in Portal 1, so we needed one base model which could hold a lot of different expressions. Experimenting with different rigging ideas, we came up with the onion skin design, where a number of spherical plates could slide around inside each other, all supported on a small motion platform mounted on a gyroscope. This meant that no matter what expression Wheatley was pulling, he always retained his spherical shape. The modelers and the animators collaborated closely on these early tests to make sure the design supported the range of expression needed to satisfy any personality sphere that got designed. Lots of ideas were thrown out, such as a small internal robot arm that Wheatley could pull out of one of his ports and pull himself around with. We were careful to make the mechanics look plausible, but we had to cheat the eyelids, since they ended up being a physical impossibility. There was no way all that geometry could fit into the space around his eye without clipping out the other side, but they were such an essential feature of the model that we resorted to crushing them up inside the eye, where the player can't see them.
Just shut up, Wheatley. I'll fucking plug you in. Jesus.
Yeah, I can't do it if you're watching. Seriously, I'm not joking. Could you just turn around for a second?
Whatever. Okay.
Alright, you can turn around now. Bam! Secret panel. That I opened while your back was turned. Pick me up. Let's get out of here.
You know what? I'm gonna try to roll you. Sounds good.
Would you pick me up?
Eh.
Would you pick me up?
Don't laugh at me. Cute. Okay. Where's your...
Hey! Pick me up!
Come on, you have to get to the spot where I left my last video, remember?
Pick me up, don't forget
No,
to pick
not
me
my
up.
last video. Part 3. You have to put it where part 3 left off. Okay.
Might want to just pick me up.
Part 3 left off? There you go. There you go. That's how business is.
No, don't leave me behind. Do pick me up, if you would.
Oh yeah, one fact. You cannot pick Wheatley up when he falls off that rail. You cannot
Just,
pick him up.
pick me up. Take me with
Believe
you.
me, I tried. I actually resorted to him falling on top of my body, but
Oh! Remember when you picked me up
he
5
just
seconds
falls
ago?
off, and
that was
he won't let
amazing. Do
you
it again.
grab onto
Pick me up
him,
again.
which got stupid, but alright. And there.
Let's do it again. Pick me up again.
Yeah, we'll do it again in part 4. For me, part 4. But for you, you're gonna get part 3. Bye. That ending sucked. Just leave.